The Bureau Boys is an improvised detective serial. Every Monday morning, the Bureau Boys solve crimes based on clues sent in by their informants.
That's you! Go to thebureauboys.com to submit your clues, informant.
Thank you to Informant Arnie for this week's clue for the Marbled Rye mystery. Division.
When we last left the Bureau Boys, they were standing inside Gordon Freeman's bedroom, looking up at a nude painting of Gladiola Simpson, holding a scarf with monogrammed letters on them.
While Detective Riley was still staring at the nude painting, Detective Potter had turned his attention to the initials on the monogrammed scarf, which surprised both of the boys.
The letters, they're written with such grace and style.
They're beautiful. This is such an old scarf.
It's tender, almost non-existent, so thin and lovely.
Detective Riley, this is evidence now. I'm going to have to ask you to stop fondling and smelling the scarf. Detective Riley, this is not Gladiola's scarf, first of all. You said it yourself in your vision that this scarf presumably was the boys that used to run with Gladiola.
I did, and I meant it. I'm sniffing, and what I smell is a man's musk.
A delivery man or a delivery boy?
Could be a young man, but on the cusp of manhood. Right in that sweet, sweet middle spot where a boy becoming a man, growing into himself.
Again, Detective Riley, I'm going to have to ask you to please just hand me the scarf. Detective Riley hands the scarf disappointedly to Detective Potter.
Now, Detective Potter, go ahead. Read out those letters because it surprised us both. And that way, when you read it out loud, I'll be able to remember what they are.
Okay, that's true. You have a horrible photographic memory. What's the opposite of a photographic memory? An audiographic memory?
That's what I have.
Yeah.
No, I have a great audiographic memory. Terrible.
Photographic memory? Do you want me to spell it out so you can remember it?
Pictures, photos, exactly. I can't. Yeah, no, photographic. And now I remember. You said it. Great.
Okay, good. Detective Riley, then I don't want to remind you that there is a nude painting of your new little girl toy over in the other side of the room.
First of all, she looks like a grown woman to me, and she's beckoning.
Okay, Detective Riley, I'm going to read these letters.
I have to stay strong. I'm trying to stay strong.
Great. Thank you for doing that. Okay, Detective Riley, well, I'm going to be honest. The reason that I gasped when I first saw these letters is because these are either letters or this is just the word ass. And Detective Riley, at first I was like, this is very insulting that these letters are, that they're just saying ass on this scarf.
Ass.
But then...
Yeah.
I remembered, Detective Riley. Gladiola, I don't know how close you guys have gotten, but Gladiola has told me a lot about her father. And I think maybe you should know that her father's name is Arnold Strongman Simpson.
Now, is Strongman in quotes, or is that legally on his birth certificate?
Well, Detective Riley, I did do the work when I was, I don't want to say stalking, but I will say investigating Gladiola. And I will say that it is on his birth certificate. And Gladiola's middle name is Abraham. So her name spells out gas. I don't think that's relevant at all, Detective Riley, but I thought it might be an interesting tidbit to bring up when you guys go on your date.
Just then, Detective Riley looks into the corner and sees Gordon Freeman's Social Security card sticking out from the little dresser drawer. He goes to inspect. Look at this, Detective Potter. Gordon Freeman's middle name is Alf.
I thought it was to be Ingrid, like GIF.
No, it's Alf, like gaff. So we have ass, gas, and gaff.
Okay, Detective Riley, do you think these things are interconnected? And I'm not going to do you such a disservice, Detective Riley, by asking for your middle name or, frankly, your first name.
Thank you. I will return the favor.
Thank you.
Because we are professionals.
Yes, we are professionals, and damn what the Better Business Bureau says.
Yeah, and if I ever get my hands on Timothy McDonald, who's been blowing up our Yelp page with bad reviews.
I thought you were
might. What did you think I was going to do?
I thought you were going to be mad about Angie from Angie's List because that bitch has said some nasty things.
Some nasty things. She's on the hit list as well. I'm got a growing kill list. Don't tell the Bureau. It's against Bureau policy.
I don't even know how to contact them.
Heads are going to roll. Okay. Ass.
Gaff
Ass.
and gas.
And gas. No, we got all that.
I'm just saying, Detective Riley, you saw in your vision that Gladiola was on some sort of tryst with this boy who had a scarf not around his neck but around his arm.
Right.
That scarf appears to be the same scarf that I'm holding in my hands, and I would really appreciate if you stop trying to sniff it right now.
I've got to get the smell off of it.
Detective Potter slaps Detective Riley's nose with a rolled up newspaper. Now learn your lesson, Detective Riley.
Detective Riley tucks his tail between his legs and goes to the corner, looking a little frightened. I can do better.
No, I'm sorry. I should praise, not punish. Praise, not punish. Here, Detective Riley. Detective Potter holds out a biscuit and waves it in front of Detective Riley. Detective Riley scampers over. You gonna be a good boy now? You gonna not sniff?
Yes.
The second that Detective Riley's nose turns away from the scarf, Detective Potter rewards him with the biscuit. The appropriate way to train Detective Riley.
Thank you, Detective Potter.
You're welcome.
You're so much kinder to me than that shelter that you found me in.
We should talk about that sometime, but not now, Detective Riley. We're hot on the trail of the hottest case we've ever had.
All right, let's not bring up old history. Let's bring up this history, this scarf's history, which you just did.
Yes.
Now that we have ass, we've got to figure out whose name matches these initials.
Well, that's my point, Detective Riley. Gladiola's father, Arnie Strongman Simpson. Did you not?
No, it's burned into my memory now. I've got it.
I said it out loud so you would commit it to memory, unlike writing it down. So I don't understand why you're having a hard time.
No. It's there. The retrieval process took a little bit longer. Also, I would blame your physical abuse on, breaking my memory circuits.
Okay, sorry. As you know, Detective Riley, Arnie Simpson is missing.
A strong man. Right. That too.
Or a strong boy. I don't know. This case has been very strange on that.
Another S.
He's missing. Remember, he disappeared. They dragged a body out of the lake a few weeks back, but we don't know if it was Arnie Simpson or not.
But we do know the body was supposedly wearing the same trench coat that Ass used to wear.
Detective Riley, I think we maybe need to go to the
morgue.
Detective Riley, this reminds me of our case a few months ago. Spooky.
Okay, let's go.
So the Bureau boys leave Gordon Freeman's house without even so much as thanking Patsy McCallahan for letting them inside. They jump into their car.
1989 Buick LeSabre.
Mercury, I believe.
Right.
You know, when they make a car that classic, it's hard to remember the name or the make or the model or the year.
I think LeSabre should suffice from here on out.
Very good. They hit the gas and head over to the county coroner's office.
I hope they don't hit a gaff.
Or a gas, or an ass.
They pull up to the county coroner's office. There's a skeleton laying in the lawn. Jack-o'-lanterns lining the windows.
Detective Riley, I feel like someone should tell the coroner to take their Halloween decorations down, for God's sake. It's been months.
Yeah, they're stuck in the past. But they did do a good job decorating that big spider in this tree.
Detective Riley reaches up to touch what is actually a real spider. He gets bit, and who knows if he will eventually have superpowers.
That spider bit me. Did you see that?
What did I tell you? First of all, it's called a sting, not a bite. Secondly, what did I tell you about touching animals before you ask me first?
Oh. Detective Riley sticks his tail between his legs, whines a little, and runs around the tree, panting.
Detective Potter pulls out a biscuit and beckons Detective Riley to come back to him. Detective Riley does, and as soon as he ignores a bunch of ants on the ground, Detective Potter rewards him with a biscuit. Okay, good boy. Detective Potter scratches Detective Riley behind his ear. Detective Riley's hind leg, or some might say just leg, kicks in pleasure.
There are a sect of people that believe humans too have hind legs, just like doggos. So a hind leg still works. Anyway.
Thank you. I would hate to meet that group of people. They seem like anti-vaxxers.
Okay, Detective Potter.
Yeah.
I'm a little wounded, but I'm feeling up for the challenge.
I'm sorry about that. It's just sometimes you get on my nerves. The Bureau boys enter the coroner's office, and they approach a heavy-set woman working the desk. The Bureau boys explain the situation to her, ask her directions to the body of ass. She points them in that direction, and the boys bypass her without her even saying a word.
This really helps speed up the case.
That woman was awfully nice, Detective Riley.
Yeah, I think she was mute or a mime. The Bureau boys open the door to the great freezer of bodies within the morgue.
After searching through drawer after drawer,
Taking pictures.
and discarding body after body onto the floor, the Bureau boys finally are able to locate the body of the John Doe that was fished out of this lake and is ostensibly, perhaps, Arnie Strongman Simpson.
Oh, God. It's just a water blob in here.
Give me that scarf. I'm going to wrap it around my nose so I don't have to smell this putrid corpse.
No. It's too thin. It doesn't work.
Oh, you mean the scarf? I thought you meant the corpse. No, the corpse is gigantic and strong looking.
Yes, even stronger with all that water it's gained from being in a lake.
Detective Riley, I don't know what you think about weightlifting and exercise, but retaining water is not something that you want to do as a person who's into fitness.
I don't know. Judging by these results, pump me full of the juice. H2O, baby. Okay, now the face is clean shaven. So that's one good indication that this could actually be Arnold Strongman Simpson.
Yes, I feel like we are going to be a bad judge of whether or not this is Arnold Simpson, though, considering Gladiola would be the one to come down and identify it if it was remotely identifiable, Detective Riley. I mean, frankly, all of his beard hair could have fallen out. This body is so waterlogged.
You're right, and we don't even know what Arnie looked like in real life when he was alive. If he is still alive, what the man looks like. Wait a minute. Are there any other identifiable marks that could tie this body to this scarf?
Well, let's think about what we know about Arnie Simpson.
Right.
He loves marbled rye.
Yes. We should check his stomach contents.
Oh,
Detective Potter, this is your area of expertise.
that's true, but it's the grossest part of this job, Detective Riley. I thought this job was going to be all about, throwing around my DNA and, if you know what I mean, and, talking to hot babes. I don't know, like sexy things, Detective Riley, not
Hey!
What?
We're not on duty in the Tijuana brothels anymore.
Damn it, I miss those days.
Snap out of it, Detective Potter. Get back to reality. This is Hill Valley, our hometown, small town.
Okay, I get it.
There's a lot of small things here, and this belly
Holds the key?
to this small piece of evidence, and I need you to get in there with your bare hands and pull out the contents of this of this stomach.
You got it, partner. So Detective Potter looks down at the belly of Arnie Simpson. He rolls up his sleeves. He takes the scarf and ties it around his head to keep his hair out of his eyes. Detective Riley asks if he wants his scalpel, but Detective Potter shakes him off. Detective Potter opens Arnie's mouth and shoves his hand deep into Arnie's esophagus. Okay, Detective Riley, I think I've got something twisting in. Detective Potter withdraws his arm. Oh.
Ah, just a bicycle tire. You're fishing for the wrong evidence.
Detective Potter tosses the bicycle tire over his shoulder and goes back in for more. Okay, I got something else here. Detective Potter pulls out a license plate from the state of Maine. Well, this doesn't help.
That's not it.
No. Detective Potter plunges back in for more and withdraws his hand holding a whole apple. This is strange, Detective Riley.
Apples are a nutritious food, a health food.
One a day keeps the doctor away.
Ass probably didn't need to see too many doctors.
'Cause he was a strong man.
Arnold Schwarzenegger ate apples, I presume.
Probably. Wait a minute, Detective Riley. I think I felt something else in there. Not that this apple isn't super helpful, but I think I felt something else in there. Detective Potter plunges his hand into Arnie Simpson's mouth one last time. He rummages around in the contents of his stomach before withdrawing a division table. Detective Riley, this is one of those, multiplication tables. This is the opposite of a multiplication table, like one you'd give a student at a school.
Plus and minus table?
Well, no, I mean, it's division, Detective Riley. It's not pluses and minuses. It's, division, quotients. You know what? Never mind. You probably didn't get to that. Detective Riley, this is
Is that the
teaching tool. No, go ahead. No, I want to hear this. Tell me what you think it is.
It's the one where you have to figure out the other side of the triangle. You have two sides, and then you're going to figure out what that third side is. You know how big it is?
Yeah, it's close. It's at least sort of related to that.
Okay.
Detective Riley, this is a division table, though, from the school.
The same school where Guerno Suzette works?
Where Guerno Suzette worked.
Right.
Because he's dead.
He's dead. And a whole bunch of other teachers.
And a bunch of the teachers.
They're dead.
The gym teacher that we hanged.
The gym teacher that we hanged.
Allegedly.
Well, he was a pedophile. We had to hang him. But right, no one knows that. Only this floor filled with dead bodies knows. This triangle of dead bodies. Speaking of triangles, if that side, how long is that side of dead bodies? And this side?
Detective Riley, stop it.
Right.
Stop it.
Oh, right. Yes.
I think we have our next lead, Detective Riley.
This is a division table. This body, it's hard to identify. We're not going to figure out if this is ass or not.
But let's take this clue sight unseen and just assume that it's going to lead us to the next piece of this puzzle.
I completely agree. And look at the upper right-hand corner of the division table. It tells us the name of the
person that was going
teacher.
to eat it. That would have been way too convenient, Detective Riley. You're right. It says the name of the teacher.
Yeah.
Since I had to do the initials, yes?
Terrence McGillicuddy.
There's so many Irish people in this case. It's really confusing, Detective Riley. We got McCallaghan's, we got McConnell's. Now we have a McGillicuddy?
I would call that a theme.
Okay, Detective Riley. I think that woman upstairs can clean up this mess. Detective Potter gestures to the pile of bodies that the Bureau boys have left in the center. Also, why are there so many dead people in this small town of Hill Valley?
Well, the Bureau boys are responsible for at least 95% of them.
That's right, narrator. That's right. Oh, but we should tell you, the Bureau boys dashed out of the coroner's office, not mentioning to her that they had left quite the mess. They jump into the LeSable and tear off.
To be fair, Detective Riley did try to mime a mountain of bodies, the heads, the elongated how they were pulling the bodies out and discarding them onto the floor. I'm not sure she understood him, though.
It was kind of like when Richard Dreyfuss is trying to explain the giant mountain that he sees in Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I think the coroner got it as well as anyone else in that movie understood what Dreyfuss was talking about.
You mean it was drawn out and overblown and long-winded and, my God, get to the point, we get it?
Oh, I don't know. I consider that somewhat of a classic, narrator.
No, I like the movie just as well as anyone's grandmother.
Are you thinking of Cocoon, narrator?
It's not the one where they sew each other's mouths to their butts.
Oh, God, you're just like Detective Riley. Anyhow, the Bureau Boys are well over the horizon at this point.
Will the Bureau Boys find the teacher from the division table?
How long is it going to take that poor coroner's office employee to put all those bodies back in their, body drawers?
What's the real meaning of the ass scarf?
Find out the answers to these questions and many more in next chapter of the Marbled Rye Mystery. If you enjoyed this episode, help the Bureau Boys solve this case by submitting your clue at thebureauboys.com. They may use it on a future episode.
While you're there, why not join their informant network and tell all your friends and family to join too? But don't tell the criminals, because the Bureau Boys are coming for them.